Hello everybody, today I wander along the Ouse Valley Way. We're crossing the river twice at least, maybe 4 times, to visit 5 villages, 5 different churches. But I just want to do a quick shout out to Watto and Kim. Hopefully you can see, this is the cap I won in the competition where Watto and Kim did their chat show, which was brilliant. I'll put a link on for that. So I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you enjoy this walk we're going on. It's going to be a good one. Is from Harrold Country Park, and I'll take you through here to the village of Odell. So this is Harrold we've started in, and see how we get from here. The main drag of Harrold Country Park alongside the main lake here. We seem to get losing a lot of leaves at the moment.
Coming early.
Yeah, like an early autumn, which is really weird. This is still the middle of August. So we're just leaving the country park and entering the village of Odell. Here, this is Odell, to the pub, which is called the Bell, and to Odell Castle.
And if ever you're in the area, visit this pub, because it's a really good pub.
Yeah, it is a very good pub.
One of the best in the area.
One of the best in the area. It's very good food and good beer, and we might just
make it back here later.
So this is the Bell. A lovely garden which backs onto the river. Normally we would be walking past this pub down to the bridge on the river, the little footbridge, but today we're going to be following the Ouse Valley Way. Yeah. So we're following the Ouse Valley Way, which takes us not down this lane on the right, but up past the castle and round to Odell Church.
Not open to visitors though, is it, you should say?
No, private residents. Not open to any visitors. Odell Church. Some nice walks further up here, up to the woods at the hill. Up the hill. This is the. I think this is it not St. Oh, it might be St Mary's. I'm not sure actually. A church in Odell. And you notice around here all the stone. It's not Cotswold stone, but it's yeah, it's quite attractive. Number of churches in this style. We've got a lot of spires, but also a lot of towers around here. Conservation area, look at this. Wonder if we can get round the back. We want to try and get round the back here on the path out to the little road at the back of the church. They left it a while, that's cool. Take a left-hand turn towards the north, and that takes you onto a little lane, which is no through road. We'll find some footpath that comes off this later on. Ooh, they're quite early, aren't they? Not very big though, because obviously they haven't had any water. Lorry, car, tractor. He's going in there. So as you get to around halfway up the hill here, you come to a right-hand track, which theoretically, oh, someone else coming. which theoretically should have a footpath sign. And who said it had? And there it is. Ouse Valley Way. We're on the right track. Beautiful old oak tree here. Nice to be able to get some shade underneath it. Okay, onwards towards the village of Sharnbrook. There are copse between two fields. We think we're around halfway between Sharnbrook and Odell. There's the Ouse Valley Way signpost. The Ouse Valley Way, it's 150 miles from its source, which I think is up over near Brackley in the west, all the way to Kings Lynn on the east, near enough the east coast. So we're just walking a short section of it. You can't see it being utilised much. But it's funny because we haven't been on this particular part before. How you suddenly realise how easy it is to just get a little bit disorientated. Yeah, that's right. Well, we know where we are because we know that we're heading towards the village of Sharnbrook. It's just a case of which way we get there. Here's the footpath through, and now we can see Sharnbrook School, and that looks like the floodlights for the playing area. Now, what can we tell them about Sharnbrook School, Sue?
Well, that's the school I went to. School.
Yeah.
It was a very small school then because it's being built around us. It's a new school, and I was the second year in there in about, I can't remember which year, I'm not going to disclose.
That's right. Walking along here towards the back of Sharnbrook, and we'll show you the village centre in a little while. Dulcet tones of the Grace Spitfire, which is just flying overhead. That Spitfire has a base in Northamptonshire in Sywell. We see it a lot. There it is. Gorgeous noise. Or used to be woodland. And it's not woodland anymore. We haven't been up to this area for a while, but these woods here were beautiful, and you can see what they are now. They all look like that over there, big woods, and now they look like this. Dreadful. This is a gorgeous piece of woodland. This estate's called the Oaks. Look what they've done with that one. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're just deciding what to do. It's already got to 12 o'clock, so we started about 10:30, about an hour and a half on the walk so far. And there's a pub in the village. In fact, there's two pubs in the village, but this one was where we first went for our first drink, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
So we can revisit our first date. Our first date in not telling you, but a long time ago. So we're now in Sharnbrook, and we've just realised we're sort of doing a bit of a trip down memory lane. The pub we're just about to visit, if it's open, it should be, we probably haven't been into since we probably went in there about 3 or 4 times. Our first day, I asked Sue out, and somehow she said yes.
Yeah.
And we went for a drink in this pub. and we only went in there about 2 or 3 times after that. So that must be getting on for how many years ago? 40 years ago. 40 years ago. We haven't been in this pub, so trip down memory lane.
See how much it's changed.
Yeah, that's right. Closed to traffic, but not to pedestrians, presumably. Nice to see a Ukrainian flag in the village. Well, we haven't got one in our village actually. This is the village green of sorts.
We've come from America or something.
Right, so
cheers.
Kind of tribute.
Mine's amber ale.
It was a Charlie Wells amber ale.
Is it? It's quite nice.
So this is the pub. We haven't been in for 40 years. I can't believe we haven't been in it. It's really lovely. But the bizarre thing is the seat. You tell the story, Sue.
The seat that we used to sit in is exactly the same. It's like a fitted corner seat, so yeah. Exactly as it was. So
I'll try and get a feel of that when we go back in. How cool is that? 40 years ago we haven't been in this pub, and it's only down the road, really. So that's the pub we were in. Oh, we crossed over. Run over. Look at these roads closed. Yeah. Ah, it's still a Charlie Wells pub. Would you believe?
Yeah.
So Charles Wells, the brewery, when we were kids, that was the big brew. It was either Charles Wells or Green King. That's the only beer you could buy. Whereas now, at least you get a lot of choice. So we're walking down Sharnbrook High Street, past these old thatched cottages, and was moving house. And we're going to find our way down to the nature reserve at Felmersham. What's that, an old church? Look.
Yeah, there's a house for sale there as well.
Is that? Look at that.
This was
police station.
That's now flats.
Quite short, which is now flats. Yeah, one of those was for sale recently. See all the old barns. Now that's probably an old weaver's cottage. We've got those in Harrold. They're long properties. There's about 3 or 4 different properties within the building. So lace making was a big thing around here in the 1800s, and those lace making weavers' cottages were quite common in some of the villages around here. Anyway, we're going down to the bottom of Sharnbrook High Street, and we're going to turn right out to the west, which takes us along a footpath. And it's going to take us out to the nature reserve at Felmersham, which I do a lot of filming, and where we see Claude and Maud normally. But it's very warm, isn't it, Sue? Very warm today. Better cross over before we get to this thing and get run over. Very interesting feature here. This is an old windmill, which has been converted into a private viewing area. You can see here it is. Oh, that's a nice house, isn't it? Gosh. That's worth a bit. Oh, look at that. Very nice indeed. That's the old windmill, yeah. With a viewing platform on the top. We're flagging a bit because it's getting hot. We're going to turn north off this footpath here. And if you're coming this way on the Ouse Valley Way, this is something you could easily miss. So we're going to basically turn north and across the river up by the Pinch Mill Islands. Lone sunflower, so look, lone sunflower. A couple, 2 or 3, yeah. Okay. a little bit of an overflow. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Now this is normally, yeah, oh my god, it's the cygnets. Oh my goodness. I don't know, there's 3 of them. 3 cygnets. Oh wow. You don't think this is Harry and Sally? So we're just wandering about in a farmyard at the moment. Well, that don't go anywhere. We're lost. So we stopped at a bus stop, hoping against hope that there will be a bus. There's the castle we showed you earlier. That's Lord Luke lives there. Quite sure who Lord Luke is or why he's Lord Luke. What, lady? You have to be a lady. Oh, right. Lord and Lady. I can be a lady without the... Lord and Lady, North Bedfordshire Nature. That's it.